Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Sharan, Amit here. Today we are going to jump into the world of Henrys. High income, not rich yet. Sounds like an oxymoron, but you'd be surprised at how many people fall into this category. And how do you know? So who are Henrys? And how can you tell if you are one? Henrys are individuals with high incomes. Typically for a single person it's between $136,000 to $250,000. For family, this income ranges from $250,000 to $500,000 a year. These individuals or families might enjoy a very comfortable lifestyle, but they haven't built wealth yet. Think of young professionals, doctors, lawyers, or entrepreneurs who haven't really reached financial independence. This term Henry was coined by Sharan in a 2003 article in the Fortune magazine. According to Equifax, here are some key characteristics of Henrys. 13% of all households fall into this category. The average age of a Henry is 43 years. Average income of a single Henry is about $214,000. So while they have very good income, their average investable assets come to only about $136,000. On face of it, the term Henry sounds very aspirational, almost full of potential. But the reality is that Henrys belong to that group of population whose income is primarily allocated to expenses rather than to savings or investments. So while they may be leading a good life, they are financially vulnerable. I'm sure a lot of medium to high earners who are watching this video can relate to that. So here are 5 tests to see if you are a Henry. First is high income, low savings. Do you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck despite having very good salary? And you can't really tell why that happens, even though on paper, you are making an above median salary in the US. I actually made a video deep diving on this topic alone. Check it out here. Second sign is that you are a victim of lifestyle inflation. Does your spending increase as your income increases, leaving little room for any increase in savings or investments? Have you noticed that while your income has increased over the years, your economic struggles have remained with you? That's sign number 2. Sign number 3 is that you carry significant debt burden. Do you have significant student loans, mortgage debt, or other high interest debts? Henrys have among the highest student loan debts. Henrys tend to spend a very high portion of their income into servicing all these different debts that they carry. So naturally, that doesn't leave them with much money to save or invest. Fourth sign that you are a Henry: you have very minimal investments. Is a large portion of your wealth tied only to your home, or at the max, maybe you have some money in your 401k? That's it. You do want to invest in stocks, bonds, or real estates, but you always think that you never have enough money left to actually invest in those. You, my friend, might be a Henry. And the 5th telltale sign that you might be a Henry is that you live in future. So you look at your income and you dream that one day you'll be rich very soon, but you have really not taken any steps. You don't see a path on which you're already walking towards becoming wealthy. Let me know how many of these 5 characteristics do apply to you. See, you might be a Henry without you even realizing it. But this also begs a very serious question. Why do high earners actually become Henry? Several factors in the society actually contribute to this Henry phenomena. First, like we discussed, is lifestyle creep. We all fall victim to it. As incomes increase, we inflate our lifestyle, start spending more on luxury goods, and never have enough. Second is student loan debt. Now, many Henrys, they have such high student loan debt that even after they have become a doctor or a lawyer, they still carry this significant debt and can never seem to come out of it. Third one never goes away. It's like keeping up with the Joneses, where you have income, but rather than judiciously using that income to build wealth, you start competing with your neighbors, your friends, and in that process, squander away a lot of your money. And finally, it's lack of financial planning, lack of financial education. Unfortunately, many high earners fail to prioritize saving, budgeting, and investing, particularly early on in their career, and they end up becoming Henrys. So you as an individual may hate being a Henry. There is one group that simply love Henrys: the marketers. And why do marketers love Henrys? Because Henry represent a very lucrative target audience, particularly for luxury goods. So for this, let's first understand who typically buys luxury goods. Here I'm not talking about those people who simply don't have money but still buy luxury goods on their credit cards just to show off. They can just be called stupid. But traditionally, the target market for luxury goods can be segmented into 3 distinct segments based on their purchasing power and assets. First is old men. This group of people have mostly inherited wealth. They are born born in rich families. These families have always been rich. And the main thing about this group is that they have been able to maintain wealth over generations. So such families have always bought luxury goods and they will continue to buy luxury items without even much of a thought. The next category is new money. As you can probably tell, these are people who have acquired money within their own generation, mostly by themselves. These people, now that they have arrived, now they have some money, tend to aspire to buy luxury goods, to enjoy life, and also to signal their membership of the upper class. And the third, the largest segment for luxury goods, you guessed it, Henrys. Marketers use Henrys to refer to a group that has aspirations to become wealthy, but they are not there yet. Marketers see a lot of potential in this class because while they may not have a lot of money today in terms of savings or wealth, they do have high income, so they can buy luxury goods. And they are also seen as somewhat in a transition phase. They may become wealthy in future, but if they develop some of these expensive habits today, they're likely to remain buyers and users of these luxury goods for life. There are only so many wealthy people in the world. Very few. But there are a lot more Henrys. Like I said, 13% of the US household. So marketers want to address and attack this vast pool of potential buyers for the luxury goods segments. And marketers believe that Henrys are especially aspirational buyers. They are ready to get into the trappings of luxury because they aspire to becoming wealthy sometime in near future. For example, luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, who once used to target only ultra-rich, have now developed specific targeted strategies for Henrys. They use advertising centered around Henry's core values, uniqueness, and identity. They also use popular, well-liked celebrities and athletes to position their brand, promote its appeal, and communicate the message about the brand. Many Henrys appreciate luxury goods for their status and often use social media to flaunt their consumption of these items. While marketers may love you for being a Henry, it's not in your financial interest to be one. It's okay to enjoy a good life once in a while, but financial safety and security of your family should be your priority. Henrys earn substantial income but have very few investments and saving to show for it. Developing better spending habits, increasing your savings, diversifying your investments, and taking advantage of tax credits where available can transform Henrys from not there yet or not rich yet to wealthy. For this, you may need to get out of the Henry trap with sound investments and financial strategies. So how to avoid the Henry trap? If you are a high earner, here are some steps to avoid being a Henry. Track your spending. Awareness is the first step. Start knowing very clearly where all your money goes. Then create a budget. Allocate money towards your expenses, but also towards savings and investment. And stick to that budget. Prioritize debt repayment. This is one of the major roadblocks that prevents Henrys from reaching their potential, having high level of debt. Most of this burden comes from student loan, mortgage, auto loan, or credit card loan. Obviously, large debt load can really erode even high income, limiting what you have available to save and invest. Focus on paying off high interest debt so that you have more cash flow available to invest and save. And this last one is very, very important. Invest early and invest consistently. See, reducing debt may be the first step, but actually investing, actually saving and investing that money is what will make you wealthy. So if you have reduced your debt or if you have more disposable income that you now can invest, start working with a plan and make sure you're looking at a diversified plan. Invest in your own 401k, retirement accounts, then look at bonds, stocks, and even real estate. And sometimes seeking financial advice may be the one that will do the trick for you. You may have high income, but if you find yourself not being able to manage it properly, seek help of a professional. They may be able to guide you and create a plan working with you. Remember, a high income does not guarantee financial security. By taking control of your finance and making a smart choice, you can avoid the trap of becoming Henry and build true wealth for your future. Let me know in the comments if you identify with any of the characteristics of Henry. Have you taken steps to avoid this situation? Share your tips and ideas with the community. Of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more such insights. See you in the next video.